Well, Ann Coulter, best-selling author. You know, her latest book, In Trump We Trust, huge bestseller. But if you haven't read it yet, it's the book about Donald Trump, In Trump We Trust. And actually, she's doing a book signing February 1st, Women's Republican Club, but you got to make a reservation for it. Ann Coulter, how you doing?
Fine, thanks. How are you, Mark Simone?
Very good. So, hey, this book signing, February 1st, Women's Republican Club, this was actually scheduled for a week or two ago. They had to cancel it because you got so many people showing up. They had to move it to a big ballroom.
Yes. So if it sounds like this is a repetition of something we've already advertised for a different date, it is.
The last time I saw this happen was these Trump rallies. You remember sometimes you had to cancel the rally and get a bigger venue?
Yes, I don't think it'll be as big as a Trump rally. We're not expecting 10,000, 20,000 people, but yeah, those rallies were terrific. I hope in addition to continuing his tweeting, he continues to give rallies. I don't like all these elites, and you saw in the New York Times this week all the military and foreign service types who signed those nasty letters denouncing Trump, saying he was unfit for office during the campaign. Now they're all, showing up in his office asking for jobs. To stay in touch, I mean, with Trump, it's Trump and the people. It's not Trump and the donors, Trump and the in Washington insiders. So I hope he stays in touch with the people by continuing to give those rallies.
Well, sometimes people are controversial. You get a lot of criticism. He gets a lot of criticism. A lot of people on TV get a lot of criticism. But look what happens when you get elected president. Carlos Slim shows up. Jeff Bezos shows up. The CIA. Everybody's your friend. They're all kissing your feet. We got to get elected president.
Well, no, that's true. I think I would find it unbearable. Well, Trump. Let me interview you for a moment.
Oh, God.
Okay, one thing I'm kind of worried about with our hero.
Oh, God.
Is that at least according to reports, he's very susceptible to flattery.
No.
You promise me that? Because I'm worried about all these people that we voted to get rid of these people, and all of the ones who attacked Trump. I mean, they're the bossy ones, they're the pushy ones, they're the ones who call him 4 times a day and are chatting with him, which takes up his time, so we can't talk to the people who actually supported him. Most of him are just regular Americans with jobs.
Yeah, but if you flatter him, he acts like it's working, but all it does is make him realize he can play you, which he will then start to do. Suddenly he's your friend, he's talking to you. But it's usually with somebody who can go out somewhere in the world and help spread the word for him. So that's when he does that.
Okay, I feel much better. Thank you. Thank you for letting me interview you.
No, but whenever somebody flatters him, he starts being nice to him. It always happens to be a columnist, an anchor, a billionaire like Carlos, somebody where he can use them back.
Okay. Okay, I won't worry yet.
But if one of the doormen keeps saying, "Oh, you're so handsome, Mr. Trump," he's not suddenly promoted to manager of the building. It doesn't work that way.
Well, there have been some doormen promoted to top presidential assistants.
Well, not always, though. But what do you think about the Manning pardon? Is that just one of these, every liberal president has to make some wacky pardon at the end?
Well, it's odd for a number of reasons. One is this is supposed to be, a gift to the LGBTQ, et cetera, community. So am I to understand that liberals think gays are against America's national security? How is this? Oh, good. Thanks for pardoning a transgender traitor. That's point one. And point two is, with the left, as I've said before, history begins today. This is right in the middle of this hysteria over Julian Assange. Well, Bradley Manning was employed by the U.S. government. We were paying his salary. He is a far greater traitor than and I'm not a huge fan of Assange. He did publish some on WikiLeaks. He's the WikiLeaks guy. He did publish some things that got Americans and American allies killed because he just put all this stuff that Manning and others, we don't know who, gave him, just threw it all up on the internet. So I'm not one of these people who suddenly loves Assange because some of the things he published were from the DNC, and we still don't know who gave them to Assange. But we do know who gave him millions of top-secret military and intelligence documents, and that was not some random foreign hacker. It was someone working for our United States military, Bradley Manning, now Chelsea Manning. And we've not only paid for this guy's sexual reassignment surgery, but now he's being pardoned. I think this is part of the reason Trump got elected. The country is just spinning out of control with everything is upside down. 50 years ago, FDR would have executed Bradley Manning within a week.
Yeah. So, but now how will they ever again be attacking Russia? Because if Manning can leak classified government information, what's so bad about leaking DNC information?
No, that's right. It makes history begins today with liberals. They can say one thing one moment. It begins, in fact, this very second, and you may never quote them back to themselves.
And what about, if you're going to pardon people, how about that poor sailor who just took a picture inside the submarine of somebody, and you're not allowed to take a picture in a submarine, and he's in prison, this poor guy.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty bad. Well, don't worry, helps, to quote the Grateful Dead song, help's on the way. Only one more day.
In 49 hours, we will have a new president.
Oh, it'll be so wonderful. And I actually do love that that Trump is rushing to get to work. I mean, it's very nice of him. You got to have the inauguration and the balls for all the people who helped get you elected, and they want to have a big party, and they want to celebrate, and the Trumpsters are going to be so happy. But I do know, as I think I've said before, they were considering putting off the inaugural festivities until after the first 100 days because Trump really just wanted to have a quiet swearing in. You know, they can have the TV cameras there and then turn around and get right to work. He wants to get to work. God bless him. We have elected a workaholic.
Yeah. You know, how everybody says, oh, thank God it's Friday. Guys like him, they go, oh, thank God it's Monday. They can't wait to get back to work. Yes. A workaholic and a thrifty Scot. That's what I've been looking for my whole life in a president. Governor Cuomo is up there right now as we speak, and they're meeting. Trump has been big on infrastructure waste, and Governor Cuomo, not just him, but New York is the king of wasting money on infrastructure. You realize how much money he's going to save us? That airport's not $10 billion to fix; it's $1 billion. We're going to save a fortune.
Oh, and just fixing the airport. No one flies as much as I do, but I wanted to stand and cheer when Trump talked about how our airports, you fly into LaGuardia, it's like flying into some third world country. And he said he's going to fix it. He said during and I really was kind of surprised by this actually, at his convention speech, it's mostly upside having the blue-collar billionaire as president. But I was thinking, this guy flies private. He doesn't know what normal people go through at airports with airport security. He said in his convention speech, and we're going to stop this nonsense with airport security, which, as I've said before, is actually very easy to fix. You just can't be beholden to the lobbyists for the airlines, as, for example, Al Gore was. You put airlines in charge of their own security. They don't want terrorists on their airplanes, but they don't want to be harassing their customers. Can you imagine if you had to go through what you go through to get on an airplane in order to enter a store like, Macy's or Crate and Barrel? No one would do it. Amazon would rule the world more than they already do. Well, we do go through that with airports. Why? Because it's a monopoly. The federal government does it. When the federal government does it, you don't have a choice. You can't say, I don't like this airline because they made me stand in line for airport security for 2 hours and goosed my grandmother and took my child's juice box away. So I'm going to fly this other airline. You can't do that. You're not given choice. The market cures everything.
Oh, good points. Hey, everybody, go to AnnCoulter.com. You can always get her new column there. Get the book, In Trump We Trust. Everybody's writing a Trump book now, but this is the real one. You go to AnnCoulter.com. And February 1st, Women's National Republican Club, you're having a book signing. course,
Yes, and you're coming with me because
Oh.
you know the head of the Women's National Republican
well,
Club.
she's the head of the book signing, Ronnie Pearl. She does a great job. But hey, last time we mentioned this, so many people called they had to move it. So now we'll probably have to move it again.
No moving it again. This is it. We have the biggest room, the ballroom. Absolutely, positively, no postponing the next one. So mark your calendar, you listeners, but also you, Mark Simone.
All right, February 1st, Women's National Republican Club. But call and make a reservation first. Ann Coulter, thanks for being with us.
Good to talk to you, Mark. Bye-bye.
Take care.